Hi Libra, welcome to your 2023 12-month forecast. This is going to be for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to incorporate the Venus Collective as well, since we're doing a reading for the whole year here. I'm going to see what messages are coming up for the collective. I'm going to pull one card for each of the 12 months. Let's get right on into it. January, please. 2023 for Libra. Please show us February. Please show us February. March, please. 2023. April, please. 2023. May. June, please. Please show us June. 2023. Please show us July. August, please. August, please. September. October. November. And December. All right, let's get right on into it, my darlings. We're going to move you all just a little bit closer. And we're going to see what cards we have coming up here for the collective. Okay. So the first card we have coming up here for the Libra collective is the Queen of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign person, a feminine energy. So earth signs are going to be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You could be dealing with an earth sign feminine energy. This could also be, if you have earth sign placements, you may be focusing on those houses or those areas of your life. So this could be also matters of the home. You might be thinking about your home, your finances, your career. And Queen of Pentacles oftentimes comes up for me in readings to give you reassurance that career is going to go well, finances are going to go well, that there's going to be an upgrade in your living situation or living environment. Maybe you're concerned about manifesting repairs around the home that you're living in or own, or you're wanting to move, or have more a sense of like a sense of home. Some of you may be manifesting this or thinking about this as you're starting off 2023. The Queen of Pentacles comes up to say that you're going to manifest these things, but physical self-care is really crucial for you right now. So making sure that you're grounding yourself, making sure that you're getting good quality sleep, making sure that you're pampering yourself physically and giving yourself a sense of abundance with the things that are already available to you. You know, pajamas, bed sheets, lotions that feel good on the skin, eating good, healthy food that you enjoy eating and not eating the things that you hate eating. Like, don't force yourself to have something just because it's healthy if you absolutely hate it, but focus on the things that are healthy that you do like. As I said, good quality sleep, pampering yourself. This could also be a really, really excellent time to clear away any clutter, put away anything that makes you sad or gives you bad memories. This is a good time to create a sense of sanctuary in your space, especially if you're a Libra that's wanting to manifest a sense of home, or like moving away. And you might think, well, if I want to move away, why would I, waste time getting comfortable where I am? Because if you don't, you're going to end up having this gypsy-like energy where you're just going from place to place to place to place to place, constantly searching. You have to create that energy and that feeling within yourself. And then the universe is going to physically, geographically take you to the place that's going to match that vibration. Otherwise, you're going to keep going to places that are matching the vibration of being unsettled or being unrooted or ungrounded. So you have to create that feeling first within yourself. And then geographically, you're going to find yourself somewhere else. Those of you who are looking to do some kind of relocation, a place where you feel like is going to be your crowd, your vibe. So making a sense of sanctuary in your home. There might be certain things that you can sell to like make a little extra money. There may be things you may give away. There may be things you might repurpose. Some things you might throw away. But there may be certain things that you can't sell and you can't give away, right? Like, for example, family pictures or things that have been passed down through the family. Maybe it makes you sad to see those things. Maybe they're gifts from a loved one that is no longer in your life for whatever reason. And those are things that you don't want to sell. You don't want to throw away. But you can box them up and put them away in a safe place where you're not going to constantly be reminded, or you're not going to look at that thing and feel sad. This is a form of energy clearing, okay? So a sense of getting rooted, getting grounded, a sense of home, opening up to receive abundance. But please, please, please do remember to be in that physical self-care. It's going to go a really long way for you all. The next card that's coming up here for the Libra Collective is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands could be good news coming in. You may be receiving some good news. Things happening very fast, moving very quickly. Also a sense of travel sometimes with the Eight of Wands. You may be traveling. I do feel here with this Eight of Wands, there could be something specifically around flying. I feel like there's like flight or flying a significant distance. Oh, who is calling me this time? Okay, Libra. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I have a belief that things that happen during a reading are a message. So if like something happens, if there's an interruption or something is happening, like Spirit is drawing attention to something or bringing in a message. That being said, I normally don't have my phone on while I'm recording and doing readings, and it's pretty late at night at the time that I'm recording this. So not going too much into backstory, based on the interruption that just occurred, I feel some of you may be receiving word or news where you're being needed to go and do something, like you're being needed to go and help with a situation. So you may be hopping on a flight very suddenly and going to another state. Maybe it's for work. Maybe your job is sending you somewhere to handle something or taking care of something. Or if you have family elsewhere, maybe you're going out to go help with something or settle something around a property or paperwork. So there could be something where there's a very sudden call to action for some of you in February. And again, this is because of the little interruption that just occurred. But overall, in general, as I said, the Eight of Wands could be good news coming in or receiving news and some kind of flight, some kind of movement. Eight of Wands is positive in that it tells us there's no blockages. Blockages are out of the way and things are going to be flowing and moving forward. So if there's been a situation that you feel has kind of kept you on hold, it's no longer on hold. Now you're going to experience movement and progress. The next card that's coming up here for the Libra Collective for March is the Ten of Pentacles. We said that there's abundance coming your way here, and the Ten of Pentacles is a wonderful confirmation of this. So for March, you have Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is going to be stability, security, longevity. It could even be a legacy that you are leaving behind for future generations. Ten of Pentacles is a very beautiful card of like generations coming together, celebrating special occasions, holidays, family traditions, birthdays. It's a very hospitable energy. It's like having stability and security and having enough to share with others. So some of you maybe have been desiring this. You know, maybe you're wanting stability and security, but also people to share that stability and security with in a sense of family. Some of you could be marrying into a very welcoming family. Some of you could be establishing like a a family of friends, like soul family, friends who are like family, but like going over each other's house, spending time together kind of thing. Ten of Pentacles also tells us that we have consistent financial security and stability. Money is always going to fluctuate. That's just the nature of money. Money always ebbs and flows, and that'll never change. But when you're in the Ten of Pentacles energy, even with those ebbs and flows, even though sometimes the money coming in is going to be less, you're not going to be worried. You're not going to be freaked out because you are stable. You are set. You are, rooted here. It's not going to be the end of the world if you have certain periods of time where not as much money is coming in. It's like breaking out of that feast and famine type of situation as well. Maybe that's an energy that runs through your family. Maybe it's the way you grew up, or you've experienced those cycles in your adulthood where when money's good, it's really, really good. And when money's bad, it's really, really bad, like really scary. Like you don't know if you're going to have a roof over your head, or you don't know if you're going to have food or a place to sleep. Like these two extremes. And Ten of Pentacles tells us we're coming out of the extremes and we're coming into consistent stability and security. It's also a card of manifesting. As above, so below. So you might see a lot of your manifestations beginning to come into fruition, beginning to take shape, beginning to happen before your very eyes. So you might feel excited and, manifestation really works. I'm actually seeing things materialize in front of me. Like I'm actually seeing these things come into my life. Your card for April is the Hierophant. Alrighty. Alright, this is a major arcana card, my darling. So major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that it's a significant new chapter in our life. We're embarking on something that is directly connected to what we came here to learn, what we came here to experience, what we came here to master. So it's going to be something that would probably start off in April, but it may continue for several months, or it may be like an ongoing theme for a while in your life. This could be Taurus energy, especially since you kicked it off with the Queen of Pentacles in January. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Taurus. If you have a Taurus placement, I'm just going to go ahead and say it's pretty safe to say that a big part of 2023 is going to be about strengthening and stabilizing those houses or that area of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus that might be a very significant soulmate in your life. It could be Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus that you're dealing with. The Hierophant is also a card about traditions, beliefs, values, commitment. This could be marriage. Some of you could be manifesting marriage or commitment, manifesting commitment in your life. The Hierophant is also a card that comes up for me in my readings when we're going to have to make some big decisions in our life. And the Hierophant comes to remind us to make our decisions based on faith and love and not on fear. So to make our decisions based on our beliefs, our ethics, our morals, our values. If you're a Libra that feels like your life has been very temporary, the people in your life have been temporary, the relationships have been temporary, situations have been temporary, and you're just wanting some grounded consistency, you're going to start creating that grounded consistency when you're making your decisions based on your beliefs, your ethics, your morals. And maybe you're like, well, Amethyst, I don't know what my ethics, beliefs, and morals are. I have no idea. Well, good news. In April, you're going to be figuring it out. It's going to start becoming clear for you. Now, it's very interesting that April, at least part of April, is Taurus season. And you have Taurus coming up for April, for the Taurus season. That's very interesting to me. So I feel Libra, that whatever's going on in your life, Taurus season is going to be a significant time where you feel like you're making a lot of progress in whatever areas you're focusing on. Something about Taurus season in 2023 is going to be very productive for you, very grounding for you, and is going to be helping you to feel a sense of permanence, or creating a sense of permanence and stability in your life. Your card for May is here, the Emperor. Talk about stability and security. Now, this could be Aries and Scorpio energies. We don't have Aries in May, but we do have Aries in April. So, again, something about April is going to be significant. Those Aries and Taurus energies and vibes are coming together and bringing you this Emperor energy. You could be stepping into your own divine masculine energy, or calling a divine masculine into your life. The Emperor, again, is major arcana. Now we have major arcana cards coming in back to back. When major arcana cards come in back to back for me in a reading, it's telling me that there are going to be big shifts and big changes in a short period of time. So April and May are going to be busy. April and May, there's going to be a lot going on. Even if it's within your own personal growth and work, there's going to be like leaps and bounds of changes that are occurring with these major arcana cards coming in back to back. The Emperor, again, stability, structure, discipline. So Libra, this is like whatever's been going on in your life, you're very clear about what you want and where you're going. There's no sitting on the fence about this. And so there's this sense of foundation, this sense of structure. Emperor is also sometimes a card that comes up for me in the sense of like building your empire, or like building your dynasty, whatever that is for you, whatever that looks like for you. You may be feeling that you're coming into a very high level of success. Emperor answers to no one. There is absolutely positively nobody above the Emperor. The only person the Emperor answers to is God. That's it. So there could be a sense of here working through any issues around authority, healing any issues you may have around authority, or those who've misused their authority, or just getting to a place in your life where you don't have to answer to anybody. You can do whatever you want, or you realize that people and situations don't have authority over you. For some of you, this is going to be in connection to breaking out of a certain circle that was very stifling. So maybe you're breaking away from a certain organization or group that was very controlling about how you live your life. And you might feel like, well, I can't do this and I can't do that because they're going to see and they're going to say something. Or maybe like a family dynamic. You're realizing, I don't have to worry. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do my thing. I'm not going to be in the shadows all the time. So there could be something in like ways you've been limiting your life because there's been concern about what people are going to say or what they're going to think. Maybe you're in a small town. Maybe you're leaving a certain organization or group or religion or just family dynamics. And you're realizing at the end of the day, I don't have to answer to anybody. You know, like I can live my life. I can do my thing. So a sense of like just taking control over your life, taking control over the things you're wanting to do, and not feeling like you have to be answering to anyone for anything. There could be this sense of independence and like feeling empowered with the Emperor energy. Let's see here. We have June. June 2023 is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands can come up in a couple of different ways. Nine of Wands can come up when we have new opportunities coming in and we're really worried that we're going to make the wrong choice. We're worried that we're going to pick the wrong thing and we're kind of like on the defense here. Well, you see he's got this bandage around his head, right? Every single one of these wands or sticks belonged to somebody that came up to this poor guy and tried to take him out. And he fought and he overpowered the person. He took the stick away. He won the battle. He stuck that stick behind him as like a token of his victory, as a symbol of experience. And he's still standing. He's still alert. Look how many times people tried to take him out. Look how many times people tried to take him down. Every single one of those people tried to take him down and lost. He's not without injury. He's got that bandage around his head, but he's still standing and he's still alert. And so this card comes up to remind you, Libra, that there is absolutely, positively nothing new under the sun anybody can come at you with. Nothing. Every dirty little trick, every little mind game, every little manipulation, every little lie, every scam, you've seen it all. You know what it looks like. And so the Nine of Wands reminds you, as long as you're paying attention to your experience, like you're allowing your experience to guide you, and you're staying alert and you're paying attention, you're not going to get fooled. You're not going to make the wrong choice. You're going to recognize things early on and be able to nip them in the bud immediately. You're not going to waste your time. You're not going to get pulled into another 7.5 year long karmic cycle with somebody that rips out your heart. You're not going to get fooled. You're not going to get scammed. You're not going to get into a situation that later on you're going to think, oh man, that was a waste of time. Or I should have chosen this instead of choosing that. You're going to make the right decisions. It's not your first rodeo. So paying attention to what your gut is telling you, paying attention to what your past experience has taught you, and staying alert, you won't make the wrong choices. I do feel with this Nine of Wands, you have walked away from something. It could be a job, a living situation, a relationship. You have walked away from something. And I feel that there is somebody trying to guilt you into going back to it. Right? So like your old boss could be calling you up and just saying how lost they are without you and how they just haven't been able to find anybody as amazing as you. And if you don't come back, they may have to close their doors and all these people are going to be out of work and they may be trying to just really be making you feel bad into going back to a situation that wasn't good for you. It could be a relationship. I hate to say it, Libra, but some of you might have those flying monkeys headed your way. Flying monkeys is a term when sometimes we're dealing with narcissists and a narcissist doesn't want to let you go, and so they may get friends and family to reach out to you and be like, well, this poor person, Libra, why, they care about you so much. Why are you doing this, Libra? Like they may be trying to pull you back in. But I feel there's something that you've walked away from and people are trying to make you feel bad or feel sorry for somebody and go back to it. And the Nine of Wands says you don't have to fight. You don't have to get mad. You don't have to get angry. You don't have to prove yourself or convince anybody of anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just that firm, just that no. You don't even need an explanation. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to get into anything. Sometimes we give people explanation and it's like we're handing them ammunition. We're handing them more to twist and turn and use against us. So whatever's happening with people trying to pull you back into something, just know. That's it. Just know. Let your know mean no, and that's it. You don't have to convince anybody of anything. Your July here is the Lovers. Oh, wow. So this could be Gemini energy. If you have Gemini placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini that might be a significant soulmate, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Zodiac aside, maybe you don't have Gemini placements. Maybe you're not going to be dealing with any Geminis. But the Lovers card can be about choices and decisions. So it is a card that is called the Lovers, so we associate it with love and romance. But when the tarot was first put together, the sixth major arcana card was not called the Lovers. Some decks called it the choice, the decision, the sacrifice. This card is about figuring out where our heart is, where our heart wants to be. And we make choices and decisions and figure out, what do I want? What's going to make me happy? Do I want this or do I want that? So you may be choosing between relationships. You may be choosing between relationship and freedom, or whatever freedom means to you. You may be choosing between what kind of a soulmate you want, what kind of a relationship you want, because love comes in many different ways, right? We can look at all of the marriages in the world of people who are happily married, and I guarantee you their relationships are all going to be very different. Even though they're all happily married, they're going to have very different relationships. So it could be something where you're coming into figuring out what kind of relationship makes you happy. What does love look like to you? Because it's not going to be the same. And so you might be saying, I want love, I want love, I want soulmate, I want soulmate. And the universe can be saying, okay, fine, but what does that mean to you? It's like going into a restaurant and saying, I'm starving, bring me food. This is a restaurant. We have a lot of food. What do you mean food? Well, I don't know. So bring me a salad. Okay. That narrows it down a little bit, but not really. There's a million kinds of salad. You can make salad in a billion ways. Some salads don't even have vegetables in them. You can make salad out of virtually anything. It's not always going to be lettuce and vegetables. And there's so many combinations. So when I see the Lover's card, and maybe it's not even only about love and romance. You can be saying success. I want success. I want success. Or I want happiness. I want happiness. And the universe, it's like it's like you're at the restaurant saying, bring me food, bring me a salad. And the universe is like, that's not narrowing it down. So the universe may be saying, okay, Libra, come this way. Here's the buffet. Here's the buffet. Here's the salad bar. Here's the buffet. You can look around. You can see all the different options. Go ahead and grab yourself a plate and go ahead and put on that plate anything that looks good to you. And you're going to go through and you're going to put everything on your plate and you're going to taste it and you're going to try it and you're going to figure out, this is good. I'm going to go back for some more of that. Oh, but you know what? I didn't like this one here. This wasn't that good. No, I'm not going to get any more of that. Or I'm not going to waste my appetite on that. And so something that's happening for Libra in July where you're getting to sample, you're getting to taste, you're getting to try. The universe is giving you this buffet so you can figure out what you like, figure out what works for you, figure out what you want more of. Because you may be uncertain, you might be undecided. And so the universe is saying, okay, come on, let's figure this out. Did you like this? Do you like that? And so it's a time of figuring yourself out. Now, sometimes this message comes up in private readings and people get super discouraged because they're like, I don't want a sample. I don't want the buffet. I just want the universe to hand me what is going to make me happy. But this is the thing. The law of energy responds to the law of attraction, the law of the universe responds to our energy. So we have to put out there what we want. And if you don't want to go to the buffet, then you can maybe bypass this by taking some time and spending it in self-reflection. Really, really kind of connecting with yourself and asking yourself, why have my previous situations made me unhappy? Or like, what was missing from them? Maybe you can do the inner work and reflection and figure it out within yourself without having to do the buffet stage. And then you can say, okay, you know what? This is what was missing and this is what I need. And then you can put it out there to the universe more specifically. Some people love the buffet. They're like, oh gosh, yes. Yeah, I'm ready. I've got my bib. I'm ready. And some people don't want it. If you don't want it, you can bypass this stage by spending some time in self-reflection and really kind of analyzing. What did you need that you didn't get? Okay. Next card coming up here for the Libra Collective for August is the Three of Cups. This could be engagement. This could be birth announcements, celebrations, parties coming together, good news, birth announcements. This could be some really positive things happening in your life. Three of Cups is also like soul tribe, soul family, finding like-minded people, finding your community, finding your crowd, people who are like you. Three of Cups also has a very special meaning for me in my readings, around like healing from feminine wounds. Because Three of Cups is a very feminine card for me and has very strong, positive feminine energy. We talk an awful lot about like toxic masculinity. And there is a such thing as toxic masculinity. Masculinity in itself is not toxic, not by any means. But there is such a thing as toxic masculinity. But there's also such a thing as toxic femininity that we don't talk about for some reason. We act like it doesn't exist. And it surely, surely does. And unfortunately, some of us experience toxic femininity in our life, in our childhood. Maybe your maternal figure was very cold and very rigid and very demanding and just made you feel like you could never do anything right. And you were constantly trying to give and give and give and give and like measure up and like win that love and win that approval. And I'm going to be good and I'm going to make your life easier and I'm going to, or maybe your maternal figure behaved more like a jealous sibling than a maternal figure. And that energy may have continued through your life. Then we start going to school. We deal with all the mean girl energy. You can't sit with us. You're not cool enough. You're not wearing the right clothes. You don't have on the right shoes. You're not attractive enough. We start dating. Oh, you don't have the right car. Like it could just be that we end up experiencing constantly this toxic femininity. And when the Three of Cups comes up, now you're coming into a time where you're going to heal from this. You're going to heal from all of the wounds that toxic femininity caused you. And you're going to realize that you're deserving of support and nurturing and love and kindness and gentleness. And that you can give and have what you give be appreciated. Have what you give be enough. And so I feel with the Three of Cups, a lot of you are going to be coming into positive interactions and relationships with females and feminine energy. Women who are supportive, women who are encouraging, women who are nurturing, women who are appreciative, women who build up instead of tearing down. And so this could be a time of immense healing for some of you Libras who have really struggled with dealing with that mean girl, toxic feminine energy in your life. Now you're coming into a supportive, healing, soothing energy. Again, more traditionally speaking, this could be celebration, good news, gatherings, engagements, birth announcements. But also for me in my readings, as I said, there's that sense of healing from the feminine wounds. Oh, wow. Speaking of femininity and birth announcements, your card for September is the Empress. Now, this is very special that it's coming up for you all, especially in September, because September is Libra energy. Okay? And you're a Libra. And so for me in my readings, when I'm reading for somebody and your major arcana card comes up, September through October, right, is the part of September is Libra energy. But when I'm reading for somebody and your major arcana card comes up, it's telling me that this is a time that you're coming into your authenticity. You're falling in love with yourself in a non-narcissistic way. You can be confident. You can be accepting of the parts of you didn't like. And you're just in this confidence and authenticity and like taking back your power. So this is very beautiful. Libra season is probably going to be a pleasant Libra season for you. Maybe Libra season of 2022. Maybe Libra season of 2022 didn't go so well for you. Maybe things were kind of disastrous, or you were sad or feeling down about where you were in your life during the time of your birthday or Libra season. But now this Empress in the Libra season of 2023, you're going to be good. You're going to be happy. You're going to feel grounded. You're going to feel successful. You're going to feel empowered. This also has Taurus energy. The Empress is Libra and Taurus. So again, if you have Taurus placements, your Taurus and Libra houses might be really working together nicely, or having a lot of nice things happening between them, or strengthening them, or helping one another, these different areas of your life. This could also be fertility. So maybe some of you are manifesting motherhood. Maybe you're manifesting having a child, or manifesting someone who's going to be the mother of your child. Empress is also very prolific energy for me. So it can just be very fertile, very producing in a symbolic way, not just in a literal physical way. So maybe you're putting out a lot. Maybe you're creating a lot. Maybe if you have creative endeavors, you're producing a lot of really high quality, wonderful work. You may be feeling inspired or creative in producing. You may be reaching a high level of success or accomplishment in your chosen field. I see that happen with the Empress at times as well. But this is just very, very successful energy, very productive energy, very successful energy, very beautiful energy, very respected energy also. So you may feel that things happening for you in September, you're feeling very respected, you're feeling very appreciated, you're feeling very acknowledged. Sometimes the Empress comes up for me when we're learning to be respected without feeling like we have to go around throwing our weight around, or like, we don't have to tell people off, or we don't have to get angry, or we don't have to be like, hey, like, don't mess with me kind of thing. And so maybe some of you have felt like you've had to be that way in your life, maybe it's like you've just had to be defensive in that way. And now you're learning that you don't have to, right? Like, you can just be peaceful. You can just be cool and relaxed, and people are being respectful towards you. And if they want to mess around and find out, they can mess around and find out. But you don't have to go with like that defensiveness. You don't have to move putting that foot forward, that foot of defensiveness forward. So being respected without having to give others the impression that they should fear you, or that they shouldn't mess with you. They can find that out later. They can find that out if they mess with you. But it doesn't have to be the first thing that you're putting out there to people. And you might find and see that, like, you are being respected, you are being acknowledged, you are being appreciated here with this Empress energy. Alrighty, my dears. So now we're gonna be going into October, right? That was September. October, we have Two of Wands. This could be partnerships in business. If it is a relationship, you and your partner could be discussing not just the romantic relationship, but partnership in the relationship. So maybe you're wanting to come together and work together and creating something, building something, making something. Maybe y'all are wanting to go into business together, or you're like, okay, what do we want to do? How are we going to make it happen? What is your responsibilities? What are my responsibilities? How are we going to work together to reach these goals? So you may be talking business in that sense within a romantic relationship, or it could be business partnership. Two of Wands also comes up for me when we have to weigh our options carefully. Like, we have to really look at the details of a situation. Sometimes I see this card come up because somebody's making you an offer. It could be a job, it could be a living situation, it could be a relationship, it could be a number of things. But they know that you're going to be super beneficial to them. They know that if they can get you on board, it's going to be golden for them. It's going to be so good for them. They also know, Libra, that you have absolutely positively no idea how beneficial you're going to be to them. And if you knew how beneficial you were going to be to them, you would raise up your requirements. You would raise up your price. But they're like, oh, I can get this at a discount. I could get this at a steal because Libra has no idea how beneficial they're going to be for me. So any offers coming in for you in October, do your research. Look it up. What are you being asked to do? What does this kind of stuff usually go for? Like, what is the going rate? Say, for example, you have a job offer and they're offering you, and you think, oh my gosh, this is a lot of money, right? Or like this is great. I'm gonna totally be very happy with this. Pause, wait here. See if you can get them to give you a job description and a list of all of the requirements, or if it's a partnership or whatever, have them list all of the things that they're gonna be having you do. Then you can go and you can research. You can go online and you can research the title, the title that you're being offered. What are the requirements or responsibilities under this title? You might discover that you're getting all of those requirements and responsibilities and duties, plus a lot more that are not typically under that title. And you might discover, oh, okay, they're taking more than one position and they're smushing it together and they're giving it to me under one title. And yes, this is the going rate for this title, but this is this plus more. Then you can go back with logic. Then you can go back with facts and say, hey, I noticed something. All of these duties do match this title, and this pay does match this title. But I noticed that in the job duties, in the job description, there's a lot of extra stuff here. So this is technically more than one position. So being that I'm being asked to do more than one position, it would be fair to be compensated for that. To be compensated for the additional position, the additional responsibilities. Now you have the power, the ammunition to come in and counter. And so it could be something like that in terms of work. Ownerships, rights, and contracts with creative endeavors or projects. Look it up, research it. Maybe somebody is offering you to move in with them and they're saying, oh, well, I'll give you discounted rent, or you don't have to pay rent, just help me out around the house. What does that mean? Like, what kinds of things are you going to have me help you with? I don't mind vacuuming and mopping and, making a couple of meals during the week, but don't send me up on the roof to fix the roof. Like, what kinds of things are we asking about? I don't want to be overnight childcare, 4 or 5 times a week. I don't want my entire weekend to be staying in with the kids while you're gone all weekend long. Like, we got to figure out what this is going to be like. We got to set certain boundaries. Somebody might be like, hey, I want to date you, but I want to go slow. Okay, that sounds good to me. I'm okay with going slow, but your idea of going slow and their idea of going slow might be two completely different things. We have to define the terms. What does that mean? What does that mean, going slow? Does that mean we're monogamous, but we're going slow in terms of title? Does it mean you're talking to other people? How slow are we talking? How long do you think is an acceptable amount of time to figure out if somebody's the right kind of person to be in a relationship with? Like, I'm not saying you got to figure out in 2 months if you're going to marry me, but I don't know. I think 6 months is too long to figure out if you like somebody. I'm not going to wait 6 months for you to figure out if you like me or not. Right? So what is the time frame here? These are the things that you can negotiate. These are the things that you can figure out. Your next card here, Libra, for November is the Judgment card, another major arcana card. So shifts, changes, new chapters in our life. And the Judgment card can be about making big decisions, but it can also be about answering a calling. But I'm getting a really specific, interesting vibe and energy, which I don't typically, I can't recall ever getting this feeling around this card before. Because I do read intuitively. And yes, some of you might be making some big decisions and life choices and being at very significant crossroads and feeling a need to answer a calling. But for some reason, I feel around this card, some of you are wanting to do something in someone's memory. Maybe you're making a donation in the name of someone who's passed on, whether it's somebody that was personally in your life, or a kind of cause that you're wanting to be remembered, or a person that you want this person to be remembered. I feel some of you may be making some kind of donation or contribution to carry on someone's name or honor someone's name, honor someone's memory. I feel other ones of you are doing something as an act of amends. Like there's something you're beating yourself up for, or something you're blaming yourself for, and you're wanting to make it right by some kind of act of amends. So maybe you are coming into some kind of service, like public service, community service, or doing things that you feel is making amends in some way for something you feel bad about. Guilt is never a healthy emotion. Guilt is not healthy. So your angels and guides never want you to feel guilty. But I feel there's something here that maybe you're feeling remorseful and you're wanting to turn it around. You're wanting to change it up in some way. That's the vibe I'm getting here in November around this Judgment card energy. I also feel here that, and again, this is coming in intuitively. Wow. Okay. This is going to be very specific. It's not going to be for every single one of you. But and I will say this: if this is a message for you, you're gonna know immediately, and you're gonna say, "Holy, holy cannoli!" Like this is for me. It's not gonna be for every single one of you. Maybe a very small percentage, but I feel for some of you, there's a grandmother energy, a grandmother who has since passed on, where there was like what we refer to as like the Jezebel spirit. Strong sense of materialism, strong sense of vanity, very demanding, very controlling, very manipulative. Something is happening here in November where you are breaking away or restructuring away from that DNA, that spiritual DNA. Some kind of evolution, some kind of ascension, that is like you're breaking it so it's not going to move past you. It's not going to be inherited in the future through you. You're putting an end to the existence of that DNA. But I also feel like you're creating healing in the family line from the damage that's done. And that's huge. That is massive. And when I say healing in the family line, I mean in the existing family. You're creating healing throughout existing family from the damage that Jezebel energy has done. Again, it's not going to be for every single one of you, but I'm just putting that out there. I'm sorry I have to chuckle here. Speaking of which, look at this. December, the devil. Breaking out of karmic cycles. Breaking out of low vibrational energies, right? Breaking out of that toxic energy. The devil card here, again, major arcana cards. So now we have November, December major arcana cards coming in back to back. Big changes, big shifts in a short period of time. Devil card is combating and overcoming the negative ego. Anytime we're going through big changes and big shifts, negative ego becomes very loud and tries to discourage us and tells us that we can't do it or we're not good enough or whatever. So you have to remind yourself, wow, negative ego is being really loud right now. That means I'm on the verge of a really massive breakthrough. I'm about to have some really big change, and negative ego is freaking out and trying to discourage me. So try to use it as a way, as an encouragement in that way. The devil card can also be Capricorn energy. If you have Capricorn placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. You could have a Capricorn that might be a significant soulmate, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. I find it very interesting, however, that you have the devil card, the Capricorn card, coming up in December, because part of December is Capricorn season, right? December, we shift from Sagittarius into Capricorn. And it's interesting to me how you're having the major arcana cards come up. Like you had the Taurus come up for Taurus season. You had Libra come up for part of Libra season. Now you're having Capricorn come up for part of Capricorn season. So I think these seasons are going to be very significant for you. Taurus season, Libra season, and Capricorn season are going to be very significant times in your life in 2023, where there's a lot of big changes and big crossroads that you're going to be coming upon. Lots of growth, self-improvement, and progress. In December, however, this is going to be one of two ways. Either you're not giving yourself enough credit for where you are in your life, and you're feeling discouraged, and you're feeling like what you've made doesn't matter, or what you've accumulated financially doesn't matter. You might be being too harsh on yourself for where you are in your life, because you might be like, well, I have success, but it's nothing compared to this person or that person, so I'm nothing. I'm absolutely nothing. I'm a failure. Or the successes that are coming in, please don't get offended. For some of you, maybe it's going to your head, and maybe you're like, more, power, 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 power. And we're being asked to balance this here, and to know that your material success is to be enjoyed, but it doesn't define you. It doesn't define who you are. Your identity, your worth, your value, you were born with that. You came into the world with that, and that's never going to change. If you're a billionaire, or if you don't have a single cent to your name, it's not going to change your worth, your identity, your value. It doesn't matter if you're unemployed, or homeless, or live in a mansion, or a CEO of a billion-dollar company, or an astrophysicist, or a janitor, or a receptionist, or a famous musician. It doesn't matter. Your identity and your worth is always the same. It's never going to decrease. You're a child of God. You're a child of the universe. You deserve unconditional love and happiness at every moment of your life. It's not something that you have to earn or prove. It's your birthright. And in December, the ego might be messing with you about that a little bit, or making you feel like you have to focus more on physical, financial things. And that's not where it's at. That's not where your power is at. So just something to keep in mind. I thank you all for watching. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign sometimes, or your Venus, whatever. Sometimes those might resonate or add a little more information. There is a playlist in the description, so you'll be able to find the 2023 videos very easily. There's also a link in the description to schedule a private reading with me if you'd like to schedule a private reading. It will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. I'm also offering the 2023 12-month readings individually. If you want to get your own, one card for each month, we can do that. That's in the description, or actually on the scheduling page. And weekly forecast, love readings, all those playlists are in the description as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous new year. Take care and be well, my darlings. Bye.